How to make a website on WordPress in 2019. Hey, this is Tom from WageFreedom.com, and today I've got a click-by-click tutorial on how to make your own website. Look, the process has changed. I've been building WordPress websites since 2005, and recently it's gotten a whole lot easier. Today we have drag and drop, and we have pre-built pages that you can easily modify without getting into the code or any programming knowledge whatsoever. Your site will be search engine optimization friendly to get better found by search engines like Google. It'll be mobile friendly, so it looks great on phones. You'll be adding plugins to make the site more secure and able to be backed up automatically. Add your own content to it, like text, images, even video. That's why if you're a business owner without thousands of dollars to spend on a website upgrade, or just a person who wants to get started finally earning online, invest the next 18 minutes. It could change everything for you. Let's get you started with Bluehost, one of the biggest hosts in the world. Just click the link below this video in the description area and you'll get the best current discount as well as a free domain name and a bunch of other goodies I'll cover. So click the link and let's get started.
Okay, if you click the link in the YouTube description, you'll be looking at a screen like this. The picture may have changed, but it should be a very similar deal. Just go ahead and click the Get Started button now. You'll be looking at 3 plans, and I'm going to recommend that you go for the least expensive plan for $3.95 a month. So go ahead and click Select right there. Now select your new domain name, preferably a .com. This may take a couple tries, and that's okay. Just type it in and go ahead and hit Next. It'll tell you if it's available. If it's not, you can try again. All right, How to Make a Website 2019.com is available. And again, with a special offer from Bluehost, this is a free domain registration. Now, before you enter your information, I'm going to give you a little secret here. Put your cursor up towards the top of your browser window, and you'll get this little window popping up that you can use to claim a further savings. So click that green button when you see it, and we're going to lock in that additional savings for you. There you can see on the upper left, $265 per month is the current price. It was $395. Now, that's for the 36-month term, but you'll get a similar discount for a 12-month term. I think it ends up being $10 or $12 savings over the course of the year. So it's a good thing. So again, go ahead and click Select on the cheapest plan. And it'll take you back, and you'll go ahead and fill out your account information at this point, having locked in that additional discount. Okay, I'm going to do the same here. Now we can come on down. Let's choose the account plan that we want. The term of 12 months in this case. You can see you did get that additional discount. Note the primary domain registration is free. That's great. Now just uncheck these boxes, and when it comes to the domain privacy, you can add it later if you like. Let's just turn it off for right now and untick the other boxes, please. So we have no additional charges. Come on down, enter your credit card information, and I'll do that too. Just tick the box and hit Submit right now. Great, so our purchase was successful. Now let's go back to the email address that you used to set up this account. You'll see these 3 emails from Bluehost. Click the Who Is verification email, please. Come on in, just click that Verify Your Email button. Simple as that, and now your domain name will be verified. Excellent. Now we'll go back to the Welcome to Bluehost page. It's time to set a password. Okay, just click that button. Now this is one of those times where setting a real secure password is in your interest, so they're going to help you along with that. Just make sure you copy it someplace so you don't lose it. Then just check the Terms of Service box and click Next. And you have successfully created a new password. Now it's time to log in. All right, so at the next screen, it's going to show us a bunch of themes we can install, but we're going to do this a little later. So for now, just scroll down and click Skip this step, please. Setting up the site and all done. Okay, not to scare you or anything, but the next step is really important, okay? It's very important that you don't hit the button here. Please hit or go to my Bluehost account. Hit the link, please. Okay, if you're looking at this screen, this is right where you want to be. Now just hit the Login to WordPress button. Give it a minute. Great. Now look up at the top of your browser window in the HTTP field. You should see the name of your website because WordPress is installed. Okay, at this screen, just click I don't need help. The real fun is about to begin, folks. Okay, so right at this moment, you have a coming soon page on the home page of your site. If you click Launch Your Site, that is going to go away. Congratulations, your WordPress website is now live. I want to be sure you're clear on the relationship between your domain name, your hosting, and WordPress, okay? Your domain name is just the unique address on the web of your website, okay? eBay.com, CNN.com, BBC.com. These are unique addresses, right? So your hosting, if your domain is the address, your hosting could be likened to a piece of land that holds all the structure of what you're eventually going to build, okay? All the files for your site, in other words. Does that make sense? WordPress supplies the actual files that result in a structure, which is going to be a website. This is your WordPress dashboard. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install a theme. Please go to Appearance, Themes. So just click Add New Theme. And then the name of the theme we're going to install is Astra, A-S-T-R-A. Type it in, please, and you'll find it. Click Install, and then click Activate. Okay? Great. Now, notice that Astra is now the active theme, all right? The next thing we're going to do is install a plugin. Plugins improve the look and functionality of our site, okay? Now, please go to Plugins and Add New, okay? And type in again Astra. This is a special plugin that works hand in hand with our theme, the Astra theme, okay? You'll find it and hit Install Now, similar to as if you're installing the theme, and then click Activate, okay? Themes and plugins are different, but they are installed and activated in the same way. Activation puts us back on the Installed Plugins page. Now go down to the Astra Starter Sites plugin and click See Library. From here, please click Elementor. All right. Look at all the gorgeous, fully functional websites the Astra plugin gives you. You can modify these as much or as little as you'd like to, even if you're not a technical person or have never made a website before. Give me just a few more minutes and I'm going to prove that to you. So these sites are all real nice, but let's scroll it down to the Workplace theme here in the center. Just go ahead and click it. Now let's install this. First, click the Install Plugins button there. Let these plugins go ahead and install, all right? And then once they're installed, and please click Import this site now because we're going to import this site to our WordPress installation, okay? Then just click Done View Site and take a look. Now notice the left panel disappeared and you're actually looking at the home page of your new site. Now to edit any page that you're on, simply go up to the black bar on top and click Edit with Elementor right there. Click through this box, just got it, okay? Okay, this is the Elementor design section, and any of the design elements on the left hand side you can actually just drag and drop into this theme. It's very easy and I'll show you how to do that, but the real power here is that you can edit what's already in the theme. And it's as easy as clicking on any element. Just go ahead and click on the Workplace, for example, all right? Then go Delete or Backspace, and then type in whatever you'd like, for example, how to make a website in 2019. Well, it's just that easy. Now let's do the smaller text now. Click on it. You can see in the left sidebar, you can go ahead and type it in there if you'd rather. Gives you the same result. Okay? And please do not forget to save with the green button on the bottom there. Now let's do an image. I'll show you how easy that is. Let's go ahead and scroll it down. So for images, all you have to do is find an image you want to edit, hover over it with your cursor, and you'll see that little pencil icon. In this case, the picture of the person holding the latte there. Click on that little pencil, then click Edit Image. When you do that, you'll see that that image now is current in the left sidebar. Just go ahead and click on the image in the left sidebar. Great. Now let's replace that with an image from our own hard drive. Hit Upload Files and then hit Select Files. All right. I've got an image ready for me here, and I'm going to just click on it. Great. So that image is loading into our media library, so we could use it in the future if we wanted to. It's a two-step process, and the next step will actually add it into that position on the page. Clicking the Insert Media button does that next step for us. And you can see that pops in real nicely. Okay, let's do another image, but this time let's do the big image here. So this image, since it's the background for a section, go to the top of the image rather than the upper right hand corner. Click it and then click Edit Section. Then come over and hit the Style tab here and do the same thing you did before. Just go ahead and click the image, and we'll want to upload the file again. Same as before. Click Insert Media to place the image as you did before, and now you know how to edit images and text on your new website. You can do a lot with these two new skills you have. Don't forget to click the Update button, please.
By the way, the core part of this tutorial is about 18-19 minutes. But please stick around afterwards because there's another 10 or 12 minutes. The extra things that I'm going to cover in the bonus section, I would never make a site without them, okay? That's where the plugin that helps us make the site SEO friendly, also the security plugin that I've got for you, as well as the automatic backup plugin, okay, and other things. So please do stay till the end and at least watch it, but I'm terming it a bonus section, not completely necessary if you're super short on time.
Okay, let's go back to the browser tab showing the home page of the site, and remember this black bar on top containing the Edit with Elementor link that we used to edit the home page. There's also the Customize link here. This takes you to a really powerful section of your dashboard. You can control several things from here, and also when you're in Customize, notice you get the little pencil icons in blue here, so you can change, for example, your logo. Let's do that now. So just click the icon and hit the Change Logo button there. Now I've got a logo already lined up for me. You add it just in the same way that we did other images, right? Now notice in the upper left, suggested image dimensions 180 by 60. I'm going to show you how you can use a little round image in this case. Just insert. It allows you to crop if you need, but in our case, we're not going to crop it. Now you can see the option Different Logo for Retina Devices. I'm making this video on a Retina device, so I can't see the logo yet. So I'll go ahead and untick that box, and it should show up, and there it is. All right. Tick another box. I can put the title of the website right there in the header if I want to. Maybe I'll leave that out, but you can see you've got other options in there and you can explore. Notice over on the right side of the header we've got our social media icons. Click on one of those, and in this case it's Facebook. You can choose a different icon if you like, and then notice up above in the field labeled link there's a hashtag. Just put your personal or business profile URL there. Okay, let's get out of the header area and let's scroll it all the way down, please, and let's modify the footer. Now, in case you're not aware, the footer and the header area stay the same for every page of the website, so they're edited a little differently as well. This is the same as with the header area. Just go ahead and click on one of the little pencil icons, and notice that this is just in the way we edited text earlier. We can edit this little footer section here. Notice that no matter what text you're editing, the editor always looks the same, so you can play with it, style text different ways, etc. So let's back out of this editing area that the little pencil icon put us into automatically. So come all the way out until you're looking at these options. I don't think any tutorial on how to build a WordPress website would be complete without telling you how to customize your navigation menu. So first scroll all the way up to the header area. So these navigation links up here that take us to other pages on the site are what we'll be customizing. So just come over to the left panel, click on the entry for blog, and let's just go ahead and remove that entirely. You see how easy that is? Okay. Notice that it's gone in the menu. Now let's open up Contact, and if you wanted to modify that, look how easy it is. So the thing to remember is that each of these entries has a page associated with it, okay? It can't be made until it has a page. And don't forget to hit the Publish button on top to save your changes. So you can see our changes in the menu reflected in the menu itself. Now let's back all the way out, and I'll show you how to make a page. Remember, back to our powerful black editing bar on the top. We can do a lot of things from there. And let's click on New, and let's click on Page. Now click on Edit with Elementor. Remember I mentioned there are two ways to create pages. I'm going to show you both ways right now.
I wanted to talk about page builders and why they're making such a big difference nowadays if you're a regular person trying to make your own website. For years they were coming and they were going to make everything really easy and nobody would ever have to deal with code again. And I mean, that never really happened. I used a lot of them in the last few years, several years. They're never really ready for action. But last year, WordPress released Gutenberg, their own much simpler way of making sites. And although it's not strictly a super powerful page builder, it's got a lot of elements of that, and it works really well in my opinion. I'll just tell you that from now on, the features that these page builders and Gutenberg are going to give us, it's going to get easier and easier and more powerful to make really interesting, complicated features that you would have definitely had to hire web designers for years ago, right? The average non-technical person is going to be able to get in with these page builders and make amazing websites. We're seeing that already. I think there's still value in having a click-by-click tutorial like you're watching right now, and probably there will be for a while, but it's definitely easier than this tutorial is completely different than it would have been even 5 years ago, to be honest with you.
The first way is to make pages from scratch, starting from this screen and simply dragging the design element widgets over to the right side. For example, let's start with the heading widget. Just simply drag it and drop it. Okay, great. Now just go ahead and type whatever you'd like in the field, and then we can style it just about any way we'd like in the Style tab, as we did before. Okay. We can align it however we'd like, and we can resize it. Okay, great. Now, how about an image? Drag and drop. Then, as we did before, hit the Choose Your Image panel, and we're taken to our media library. Now, I suggest you play with these design elements. There's a lot of power in them. You can do a lot with them, and it's very intuitive. Now, next, let's look at creating pages with pre-made templates. Simply go over here and hit the Add Template icon. We're presented with a lot of nice looking page templates that are similar to the full site templates that the Astra plugin gave us to choose from at the beginning of this tutorial. But sometimes we don't need a full page template for a new page. Head to the Blocks tab and let's make an FAQ page. I'm going to choose this white FAQ template page. And if you like what you see, just go ahead and click Insert. Great, and now all we have to do is modify the elements that we see, and this is done similarly to the way we've done it before. Your little text editor, type in whatever you'd like into your answer, all right? We've got this good little toolbar toggle right there, and that can, if you click that, that'll enable you to change the text color, for example, and other things. When you're done editing, click Publish, the green button down below. And take a look. It's a minimum of effort and no coding or anything like that, folks. Just a few minutes and you've got a good looking FAQ page. Now let's back out of this Elementor editing area by clicking the 3 horizontal bars there. Then click Exit to Dashboard, and let's add an FAQ link to our navigation menu. And make sure it's the top nav, the primary menu. Then click Select, and then notice that FAQs is available in your pages list. Just add it to the menu, shows up at the bottom. These menu controls are really powerful. What if you wanted to link out to a totally different site? Go down and click Custom Links, enter in the URL of the site, and also the link text. Once again, simply click Add to Menu. They show up at the bottom, and you're fine. Make sure the primary menu box there is ticked, and then don't forget to save your menu. The blue button on the upper right, and then let's come on out to the actual home page. Just refresh, and you can see what we've got now in our navigation menu. Our FAQ link and Working Funnel LLC, which is my marketing agency. From the WordPress dashboard, go Pages and Add New. I want to show you how to add a page without Elementor just by using the default WordPress editor called Gutenberg. It's new for 2019. It's very easy to use. It works really, really well. This is creating pages from scratch, but you can do a lot with Elementor. It's very powerful. Here we are just putting the title in. Now the trick is to hover with your cursor below any block and then click on the plus, which will open a small window with more design elements. Pick your design element, click on it. In this case, an image. Then, just like we've done before, we can either upload a new image or choose from our media library. Next, let's hit the little plus icon again, and this time let's just add a bit of paragraph text. Just standard text is all this is. And you can see the styling options right above this block as well. Please continue to play with Gutenberg blocks. There's a lot there, really powerful, pretty intuitive to use. To delete a block, hit the 3 vertical dots and you'll see it in there. And you can keep hitting Save Draft and Preview in the upper right to check on how you're doing. You know, Elementor is great as a page builder, but Gutenberg is really coming on, and you're starting to see a lot of new free plugins to extend Gutenberg even further. New kinds of blocks and everything. Really exciting time for WordPress. Do play around. Next, go down to Settings and click Permalinks. Then come on up to Post Name, click that, then just scroll down and save. Great, now the URLs or permalinks for all new pages you create will be in a format that's much easier for both humans and search engines like Google to understand. This is a must-do, and a lot of tutorials don't even cover this. So I keep talking about the front end versus the back end of the site, and I just want to make sure that it's clear to you. The front end is what everybody sees when they come to your website, okay? And it's what we look at when we're checking to see that the change that we've made is reflected on the front end, what the world can see in our site. The back end is where we're making all of our changes, right? When I say back end, remember, everything happening in the back end is still happening on the site, but it's happening in a special area that is password protected that only you have access to as you add content and make changes that you'd like to make to your site. Does that make sense? So next, I'm going to make sure that you know how to get to that page, and we're even going to do a little password reset because it's easy to do, and I think you should feel comfortable doing it. Now, at the beginning of this tutorial, we made a password that would log us into our Bluehost account to get us to this screen. From here, we could log into our WordPress dashboard. Even though we did need to create that password to get into our Bluehost account, there's a far faster way to get into our WordPress dashboard. And WordPress is where you're going to be building your site and adding all of your content. Now this is your WordPress login screen. Please type in the URL you see below in red, replacing your site name with your domain name, okay? Type it in carefully and then just bookmark this page. And again, to be clear, anytime you want to make a change or add content to your site, you come in through this page. Now the way we're going to do this, I'm going to give you an extra little lesson on resetting your password. There's no harm in doing this, and it'll be probably very good for you to know how to do it with some confidence. So just go ahead and hit Lost Your Password right there. Then at this screen, enter the email address you used to create your account and hit Get New Password. Then simply go check your email. You'll find an email with basically a reset link. It's very, very straightforward for you. Okay, this concludes the core section of this tutorial. Please keep on watching because there's a few things here that I would not miss if it was me making a website. In fact, I do include every one of the following, except for Google Maps, which you don't always need, but everything in virtually all of the websites that I make, okay? So here comes your bonus section. Enjoy it. I hope it's helpful for you. From our dashboard, go Plugins, Add New. In the box, type in Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T. You'll find it on the top. Install now, and then Activate. Just like we did before with the Astra Starter Sites plugin. Now go back to Plugins, go Add New again. This time, type in Updraft. You'll see it again. Install now, and Activate, please. Let's go back to Plugins, Add New one more time. This time it's WordFence. Install now and activate. Now that we've installed these three plugins, it's time to configure them. Go back to Installed Plugins, please. You'll be looking at this Updraft Plus Settings window. Just click Press here to start. Okay, on this page, we've got two things to configure for the Updraft Plus plugin. The first thing is to tell the plugin how often we'd like to back up the files for our site. The second thing is to tell the plugin where we'd like the files to our site sent. For sites that don't change very much, a monthly backup is probably okay. If you're a blogger or if you add content frequently, look at a daily backup schedule. Whatever frequency you choose, make sure you do both the files and the database backup schedules, both these fields. Now, where would you like your site backup files sent? You can use Google Drive or Dropbox or several other options, or you can do what I usually do and just have them sent to the email address that this WordPress installation already has. And when you're done, just scroll it down and you can leave all these boxes checked, and don't forget to save at the bottom, as usual. Now to the left, look for WordFence and please hit Dashboard. Okay? You should see a screen that looks something like this, and just go ahead and hit Resume Installation. Alright, it's got your email address. Then I usually say no to joining their email list, and then go ahead and check the box right there and click Continue. You can click No Thanks here, don't need the premium. Great, now just keep on clicking next through each of these panels, okay? You can read a little bit about, this great free plugin. It's really powerful. Okay, WordFence is going to be in learning mode for about a week, so we're just going to let that go, okay? You can read over this if you like, but go up to the top where it says click here to configure. We want to save the htaccess file, so just hit download, all right? Just go ahead and save it, all right? And then hit continue, all right? Okay, now go ahead and hit that yes enable auto update link, and what that'll do is it'll bring it out of learning mode in a week when it auto updates. So at that point you'll have both your brute force protection and also your firewall functionality established, okay? Now sometimes WordFence will send you notification emails that sound a little bit worrisome, like something's wrong. Read through them, but usually they're just simple notifications, okay? Nothing to worry about. Now the last plugin I need to cover is a really well done SEO plugin, search engine optimization, okay? Now this plugin does a lot, but I'm going to tell you how to use it to control two things that will definitely help you get more traffic from search engines like Google. So please click the SEO link in the left sidebar, and then please click General. Now come on up to Webmaster Tools. Webmaster Tools is now known as Google Search Console. Please Google Google Search Console, sign up for it, and it'll give you a piece of code that you want to put in the field right next to where my cursor is right now. Now come on up to Pages and All Pages, and let's go down to our home page and click Edit, please. Now scroll all the way down to the bottom of the post until you see the Yoast SEO area. It's there now since we installed the plugin. The Yoast SEO plugin lets us control two really important elements of every post, the title and the meta description. Please scroll down and click Edit Snippet. Just above the Edit Snippet button, you have a small area that shows how this post could appear in the Google search engine results pages. Note that home, how to make a website in 2019, really doesn't need the word home in it. So let's remove that. Drag your cursor over the SEO title field and type in a good title, something that conveys the meaning of the post. Now, if you look where my cursor is, it's the description area, and there's actually nothing in that currently. The way Google works is it just takes something from the page and puts it there. Well, we'd like to control it to encourage people to click through to our post. So click in the meta description area and write a good description. Now, this isn't directly related to SEO, but it does help click-through rate from the results pages, and that's important. The SEO title actually is important for SEO. It's best if you describe exactly what the post is about. Let's go ahead and add to it till the upper area here that's SEO title is green as well. That's the plugin telling us that we're in the sweet spot, not too short, not too long for both the title and the meta description. So something else that's descriptive, like, for example, the complete tutorial. How's that? Perfect. Now hit update, please. Now, please go to the upper left-hand corner, the black bar there, and for me it says How to Make a Website 2019. Please go ahead and click that, and that'll show us the front page of the site again. Now click Edit with Elementor in the black bar near the center of the screen. Unlike me, you might not have that tab open anymore. But this will bring you back to your Elementor design area. Now let's go ahead and add a Google map. Just click that element, drag it, and drop it wherever you'd like, all right? The great thing about doing it this way with Elementor is you don't even have to go to Google Maps to get an embeddable link. Just in this location field, type in, for example, hint, hint, the address of your business, and it'll just pop in to the map. As you might imagine, it's real easy to zoom in for a clearer view of what you'd like to show. Use the height slider if you'd like to make a larger map. It's very intuitive, no coding. It's important to play with this Elementor design area and, remove spaces and drag stuff around. You'll get more comfortable and, test your design sensibilities, all without coding. Really easy. Don't forget to save with that green button every time you make a change, okay? And to see your changes, just come back out to the front end and hit refresh on your browser. Now, how do you add a video to your site? Well, you can see the video element there on the left-hand side. Just drag it wherever you'd like. And now, go to the link field, and you're going to need for this a embeddable link from YouTube. All right, paste that in there in that field, and your video pops right in. And head to the front end just to check. And one more thing, really important, look up in the HTTPS field, okay? Have you noticed that more and more sites are HTTPS nowadays, S standing for secure? Notice the green lock there as well. It gives you an SEO bump, but it also just increases general user confidence. And the good news is nowadays Bluehost makes this happen in the background for you automatically, and it's free. Trust me, this was not always the case, and even today isn't always the case with some other hosts.
Hey, I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you have, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe and hit the little bell right next to the subscribe button there. Leave me a comment if you have any questions at all. I answer them all myself, and I'll do my very best to help you. And also, if you have maybe a friend who's got a business and you know that their website needs an upgrade, shoot this video to them. Now that you know how to make a website, if you want to take it a step further and make money with your website, digital marketing funnels are the key. Click this video right here, and if you'll understand and internalize the concepts I'll talk about, it will save you a ton of time and give you a very, very good foundation for whatever direction you go from here. If earning money online is part of the picture for you, like it is for more and more people nowadays. So look, again, thanks very, very much for watching. This is Tom from Wage Freedom.